So, good afternoon and welcome to the Platinum Lounge here at the Leigh Leopards, the Leopards Den, courtesy of Mr. Sale. How are you, mate?
Very good, mate. Yeah, scorching weather and hoping for a scorcher on the pitch as well, mate.
He's nervous, I'm chilled. Nothing better than watching two good teams go at it, and it doesn't matter. Outstanding stuff. Really looking forward to this one. Before we get on to what should be an epic encounter that'll be kicking off in 45 minutes' time, let's just have a quick reflection on what's happened already this week. Starting with two games of two halves, Wakey and, of course, Huddersfield against Wigan. I mean, Huddersfield first half, fantastic. Wakey first half, noses ahead, it wasn't fantastic. And then second half, both can get blown away. 2025, yet again, delivers shots, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, great for FC fans to finally get that monkey off the back and get the victory at home. Celebrated a lot like a grand final, didn't they? And well, they might do as well. That last night really interesting. Huddersfield, I thought, were tremendous. That first half, really good. But Wigan just showed the quality in that second half and scored some great tries. And a few mistakes from Huddersfield in that second half that let him in. And I think the two HIAs where Huddersfield lost those two players really impacted the game as well.
Absolutely. And then, of course, heading, we said it was going to be an interesting game of time on Saints yet again. Hoodoo over the Leeds Rhinos. Dagnall, what a try. I mean, this kid, he's got the physique. I mean, I'm going to say it, Matty Ashton-esque. This kid could... He could be a superstar.
Yeah, he's got the size, he's got the speed. Ended up being the match-winning try. But I think for me, Saints defensively were just outstanding last night. Really impressive. And obviously, Lee went to Headingley a few weeks ago, put 48 on us. So Leeds are a great attacking side, and to keep them to no tries, unbelievable effort from Saints.
It was incredible. And again, Sky had to go there. Of course they did. We said as we were walking down to the ground today, I think Jake Connor probably tried too hard to put Wayne's words down his throat. And compared to the Connor that we saw at Trading Park the week before, it was another sort. I mean, talk about proving right. He proved him right.
Yeah, chalk and cheese, mate. Chalk and cheese.
Mad.
I think Sean Wayne will have been justified in his England selection there. So Connor was really off last night. But that wasn't the reason Leeds lost. Leeds lost because of Saints' terrific defence.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And of course, Saints now third. Overtook Leeds last night. And of course, if Lee were to imagine that, folks, if Lee were to win today, back to back over Wigan and Hull KR, wow. They would, of course, go back to third as well. As for KR, another opportunity for them to go 6 points clear at the top. Let's talk, before we get into the teams, let's just talk openly and a bit wider. From a KR perspective, we're going to learn a lot about them today because when they lost to Wigan earlier in the season, to my recollection, they played the likes of Castleford, they played a couple of the low teams. To have to come to the LSV, which is never easy at the best of time, having lost the game, we're going to find out, have they got the materials to keep pushing on? Or is this almost going to be like what Wigan appear to be going through, their mini crisis? Because it's unlikely that KR can maintain it throughout the campaign. Yep. And you must be hoping that that's going to be the case.
Well, yes, we're definitely hoping that's the case. Whether that comes to fruition is a different story, isn't it? But no, KR will be confident. They've got no Reece Martin. I don't think we'll come to squads in a minute, but Batch coming back in, solid player for them. The key for KR today, as they've shown for the last three games against Lee, is keeping them to 0 tries. So if they can do that again today, KR will obviously get the victory. But Lee, we all know Lee's attack is now being stepped up in the second half of the season. They are chucking the ball about a bit more. So I'll be very surprised if KR can keep Lee to no tries, which will then make the game a lot more interesting. So it's going to be a fascinating game, Dave.
It should be. A massive well done to all the Robins fans. We're looking out the window here. And, there's a lot of Robins that have made the pilgrimage from Hull today, which makes for a really good atmosphere. 2,000 were being told, which is absolutely a great effort on their part. It should be a really good atmosphere here in the stadium. Of course, Super League Raw coming live from the Platinum Lounge, first time ever. And if you think that we're in a hotel and we're not actually in the Platinum Lounge, we are in the Platinum Lounge. There you go. You can see. There you go. We're definitely here. We're not shortchanging you. We are. Courtesy of Mr. Sale, we are in the Platinum Lounge. And, Super League Raw members out there, do you want to do live from? Have you got a facility where you can guarantee the Wi-Fi and you would like to do this before your game? Because I can dial you in from home. It's fine. It's happy days. So imagine a couple of these before every game. Happy days indeed. Right, let's get to the little nugget that is coming today. We're going to start with the Leigh Leopards. Let's go through their team. It's been announced. Bailey Hodgson, What a player. Outstanding last week, of course. Keenan Brand, Josh Charlie looking for a couple of records today. He's our Joshua. I'll actually put him on for a try. Yeah, 250. Tessie New, your Myla Hanley, of course, in the centres. Gaz O'Brien at 6, Lachlan Lamb at 7. Of course, the most prolific assister in Super League. Then front row, Owen Trout and Joe Offengary. Edwin Ipape, who played well against Wigan. He was back to his best, wasn't he? Frankie Holt and Ethan O'Neill, the troublesome twins at second row. Outstanding defenders, both of them. And Isaac Lear, of course, at 13. On the bench, that's where he gets a little bit grim for the Leopards. They did really well last week, let's not forget that. Jack Hughes, who's acting as a prop, not really a prop, he's a second row. That tells you they're down on the troops. Alex Sitavaki, you know my jury's out. I said he had a point to prove at the start of the season. He hasn't proved a point yet to me. But there's still time. Matt Davis and Ben McNamara. I've just seen his dad outside. Don't forget, we are in conversation with Steve McNamara, an exclusive here at Super League Raw. I'll be sitting down with Steve McNamara, all things Catalan Dragons on Monday. That will be going to our members Monday night, and that will be launched later in the week for non-members. So cracking in combo coming with Steve. He's looking forward to sitting down with me later on this week. Right then, Steph, there's your Leigh Leopards side. I think I've given my summary of it. If they back up, if they can play like they did against Wigan, they've got every chance.
Yeah, the interesting one's going to be Ben McNamara for me. Whether they put Pappy to 13, bring Ben on at 9. I know Adrian Lamb sees Ben as a 9 going forward. So it's a great game for him to be tested out in that position. Big one for me, like you said, Jack Hughes, Tutavake. Are they going to be able to cope with the bench of Hull KR, which is probably going to be Tanga Noah, and we'll come on to their team in a minute. Yeah. But their bench, you look at that, it's probably going to be stronger. So that's how those players deal with it. If they can play like they did against Wigan last week, they can go toe to toe. Absolutely, they can. But that's a big if, and the weather is going to play a massive impact today. It's who's going to cope with these conditions the best.
Yeah, I mean, it's boiling here. I mean, imagine, of course, the humidity in there is going to be even more. I mean, we said again on the way down as we're walking down today, I think game management in these conditions is key. Lachlan Lamb and Gaz O'Brien are critical today for the Leigh Leopards. They've got to be turning around what would arguably be, we'll get to their team in a minute, a better looking pack on paper. They've got to tire him out as quickly as possible. And the big man, Big Joffa, who has settled really well here at Leigh, this is a big test for him, because last week, again, you looked at the Wigan pack and you felt there was a little bit of a counterbalance. They looked a lot better on paper than you did. Again, your middle unit forwards to a man, they really stepped up. And the likes of Jack Hughes and Tavaki to a point, came off the bench and did a solid job.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to Tutavaki doing a text story. Really proving you wrong. No, I think the big one for me is the appeal against Joffa's ban. Yeah. That was massive for Leigh. I don't think he would have been suspended for this, but would have put him right on the limit of a suspension. So very risky play by Leigh. Could have had 5 extra points added on there. He's been key since he's come in. He's made a real difference, not only to the way he plays, but also fitted really well into his squad. The players love him. And he's going to be the one today. His offloading game. If you're going to beat KR, then you're going to have to work to make them tired, and his offloads will tire them out. So massive game for him today in terms of how Leigh go forward, and also releasing Edwin Ipape. He needs to have a big game again today for Leigh.
I mean, the thing is, we say perfect conditions. It is very, very hot, so it's not perfect condition. But what surprised me in that Wakefield FC game was, yes, it was hot, yes, it was humid, but the ball handling skills on show were absolutely, by any standards, were really, really poor. We talked about State of Origin 2 that was played in the monsoon, and it was absolutely incredible ball skills on show. And let's be fair, both of these two teams, they're very, very high standard in Super League. We want to sell our sport. It's vitally important, I think, for the game, because there's a showpiece today of two great sides, that we don't have an Everfest, that we have a really good toe-to-toe proper battle.
Yeah, well, we saw that last week against Wigan. The error count, considering the conditions as well, was very low. Also at Leigh, the penalty count's very low. So I'm hoping for a really good, clean contest that's free-flowing. I think both teams enjoy playing fast rugby, and I think that's going to be, if it's going to be a spectacle today, that's what we need to see. We don't want to see 6 agains. We don't want to see the referee blowing his whistle every 2 minutes. And I don't think with these two sides we're going to get that. I think it's going to be a very very attritional game. I mean, it's that hot in Leigh. I'm sweating picking my pint up today. So God knows how these boys are going to go on. Yeah, we just hope that it's going to be a really entertaining game, and I'm sure it will be for the neutral.
Well, you get yourself some liquid refreshing. Why I talk about hide and seek. Yes, let's play hide and seek, shall we? It's on the red button. It's on the BBC red button. Yes, so if you're watching this and you're thinking, Leigh Leopards or like OKR, you know, where can I watch it? Where can I watch it? It's the best game of hide and seek ever. Go on the BBC red button. They're doing a great job of marketing our sport. BBC. Good afternoon. Right, let's go to OKR, shall we? This is a big one. Let's go through their side. Arthur Morg at fullback, Davies and Burgess on the wings, Hickey and Broadbent. He pretty much is a steady away back line there. When we get into the halves, it's interesting. We wondered what he was going to do at 6. Was he going to be Litton? Was he going to be Richardson? He's gone Richardson. May, he's going to be alongside him. The starting props, Jesse Sue. Also, I think it's his 200. He's either his 200 or 250th career today for him. So it's a milestone for him. JWH back in the front row. You'll be hoping that he's brought his tongue with him. Hey JW, good afternoon JW. Yes, we've got Mickey McElorman starting at hooker. Whitbread in the second row. They're fancying him in second row at the moment. Batchelor, no. Reese Mine doesn't get in the squad. Has he picked up a knock? I don't know. But Whitbread and Batchelor start. Minchella. Elliot Minchella is loose forward. And then on the interchange bench, Jez Litton. We'll talk about that. Jez Litton, Hadley. They tend to start badly, so that's an interesting one. Luckley and Kalepi Tanganoa. Let's talk Litton. Something that Leigh, perhaps, I mean, I know you say that Ben McNamara is, but, you know, he's developing him as a 9. Jez Litton is a 9. Yeah. Jez Litton can change a game, especially in these conditions. If they bring Jezza on 25, 30 minutes in, when your front row is blowing, Leigh have got to be very mindful of Jez Litton today.
Yeah, that's clearly his game plan, isn't it? Really be his game plan. They're going to have McLaurin putting the shots in, tire Lee's defence, and then bring Litton on to do what he did at Wembley in 2023. Scored that first try there, of course. So it's a very clear game plan. But you look at that bench. This is where I'm saying about where the difference could be in the two teams today. That bench is phenomenal for a KR. Yeah. Absolutely outstanding. Not one bad player in there, or one that you wouldn't even have as a starter. So this is where KR are that good this season. The squad is phenomenal. And for Leigh to deal with that, it's going to be some monumental effort. But if Leigh play like they did against Wigan, Wigan's bench was phenomenal last week. So it's up for grabs. I think this is more about how Leigh come out than how KR come out, to be honest with you.
It's going to be a fascinating game. So many things today. Are Leigh the real deal? STEF has been saying all season, loving it. We're off the radar. They're not going to be off the radar doing this today to go back to back. Wigan, Hull, KR. That is a statement of intent at this stage of a season. KR would lose. What does it say? Is it a mini crisis for KR? If they win and win well, is it a case of no? You know, they are still the team. I mean, they still are the team to beat, but you know they can manage short-term pain for long-term gain. See what I did there? Happy days. But yeah, incredible. The Leigh Sports Village, ladies and gentlemen. If you're an away supporter, we've got to grow our sport. If you've not been to the Leigh Sports Village, you really should. It's a great rugby league facility. Lovely people, lovely people. I love coming here. I really do. Really nice, very welcoming. They'll have a chat with you. They love the rugby league down here at Leigh. You know, don't believe the truth. Yeah, it's a lot bigger than a bus stop. It's a fantastic place to come and watch a rugby league. You'd back that up, Stephanie. Great place to come and watch rugby.
100%. It's a marvellous facility. It's brilliant. I'm very, very privileged today to have OKR fans with us. We've been with them for the afternoon. It's been phenomenal. And the atmosphere is building, and we're hoping for fireworks on the pitch, but also fireworks off it as well in terms of the entertainment. But one thing's for sure, after the game, we'll be having a beer with them, win, lose or draw. And that's what Super League Raw and Rugby League's all about. Right,
so we're moments away, half an hour nearly. We're bringing this to an end. Your prediction? Has it changed? Are you feeling something?
Leigh 1-8.
Leigh 1-8 is what he's going. I went KR on weekly. I'm still probably edging KR. But that said, I think the first 20-25 minutes today is massive for both sides. Wonderful fair. We all enjoyed it. First time ever. Hey, Super League Raw, live from the Platinum Lounge. Hey, Wonderful stuff. Good up in the world. Can't be bad. But yeah, make sure you catch us, of course, for the Final Whistle podcast. That will be available on Sunday evening from 11 p.m. For your trip to work on Monday morning. Make sure you get the Final Whistle podcast with our members. And of course, Super League Raw Weekly live 8 p.m. this Tuesday night on YouTube. We look forward to your company there. And remember what I said. If you're a member out there and you like this and you think you could guarantee your Wi-Fi and you'd love to do a live from prior to your game with an opposing fan, just drop me a line. More than happy to do that with you. For myself and Steph, let Rugby League be the winner. The Be the Roarers are roaring. I would say that the Robins are tweeting, but hey, it could all go wrong for the Robins today, and it could be the mighty Leopards that go back to back. We're about to find out. Steph, thanks for your company. We'll see you all on Super Bowl Weekly. Bye for now.